Hello everyone, myself Dr. Rajiv Kumar, Assistant Professor, MBA Agribusiness, Institute of Management Studies, welcome you all in this week 3rd, lecture 4 on the course name Rural Marketing Principles, Strategies and Practices. Today, in this lecture 4, we are going to discuss about various factors which is going to influence this consumer buying behavior. And after this end of the lectures, one will able to understand what are the factors which is surrounding these consumers while going for these purchasing decisions. And it is also very important for marketers to make these marketing strategies as per these various factors. So, before moving ahead, I am going to give you some glimpse that what we have discussed in this previous classes, so that you can recall and we can move further. So, from this past classes, we have discussed about why this consumer behavior study become very important. What is the impact on this society? As I told you, we all buy some type of products or services in our life. So we make some decisions. So when we make some decisions, we have to go through various process. And what we go through this process, that should be understood by the marketers, by the organizations. And I told you this consumer behavior study is very complex, multi-dimensional also. As consumer mind is very dynamic, the study of this consumer behavior become very difficult. So monitoring, tracking becomes very important, that how this consumer behave. I have also discussed what are the different level of consumer decision making. I told you, not for all the product, the decision or information source is going to be the same. It will depend on the different categories of the product. And in this last class, we have discussed what are the different stages that a consumer go through while making a purchasing decision, which start from need recognitions, then it goes to information search, then goes to alternative evaluation, then finally goes to this purchasing, and after that the journey doesn't stop and it is moving further to lead to this post-purchase behavior. So whenever an individual go for the buying, he has to cross this river of the stages so that he can make his product journey complete. So in continuation with this, today we are going to just discuss that what are the different factors that the consumers having, which will definitely going to affect the purchasing behavior. So if you see this consumer behavior in this rural India, we are just talking about this in context with this rural India or rural areas. There are some difference between rural and urban market, as I told you, on the basis of income, on the basis of occupation, on the basis of standard of living, on the basis of education. So there are a lot of difference between this. So the product and services should be catered looking after these parameters also. So it becomes very important as it is shaped by diverse range of factors which is arising from this various heterogeneous nature of the communities. The marketer has to look after these factors. So if you see this diagram, you will find that there are various factors that I have enlisted here which the consumers generally takes, and the marketer has to study about all those things to make this marketing study. The first one is the cultural factors. The second one is social factor. The third one is personal factor. The fourth one is psychological factors. So one by one we are going to discuss. In these cultural factors, there are three subcategories The first one is cultures, subcultures, and social class. Everything. What do you mean by culture? How it is going to shape this consumer mind? As we all are bonded with some cultures, we are all bonded with some traditions, we are all bonded with some values. We have learned many things from our parents and the grandparents. Do this thing, do that thing, use this product. So, marketers should consider this cultural factor. We will discuss further. Social factors, reference group, family group, role and status. We will discuss it. Personal factor in this, we are going to discuss this age and life cycle stages. Occupation, as how occupation is going to affect it. Economic situation, lifestyle, personality and self-concept. And the psychological factors, which is very important because psychology is all about what that is happening in the mind of the individual. It is not that we can see, it is that we can experience. It is not we can see. Motivation is there, how customer is motivated, what customer perceive and how take the decision, learning, belief and attitude. So if this diagram, if you see, these are the basically 4 important factors which affect the consumer buying decision. We are going to discuss one by one. The first one is cultural factors. The first thing that we have learned is our culture. India is very rich in this culture. Different countries has just learned from this Indian culture. We have different kind of you can say a society where this different culture is going to be practiced. Overall, we are Indians, that is okay. But we are bonded with this values, we are bonded with this tradition, we are bonded with these customs. And this values, customs and traditions is definitely going to shape our behavior. So, these factors shape person preference, buying habit, lifestyle. And if you compare this rural market into this urban market, rural market are more inclined throughout these values. They are more residing in this family structures, as more nuclear you can say structure is now following in this urban market. So they are more inclined toward this traditions, values, social structures that persist in this rural market. So this culture is divided into 3 categories. The first one is culture that we are discussing, second one is subculture, and third one is social class. For example, say, on the basis of, you can say that region, on the basis of religion, on the basis of occupations, we are practicing various kind of things. Like, culture is a set of values, belief and traditions that the person behavior inculcate, and he learns from family and the society. We learn from our environment. So this will have this great impact on how people buy, how people they go for this, and from where they are going to buy the product. In many rural areas, people prefer to buy along with these traditions. Yes. And we have different festivals like Diwali, Holi, Pongals, Dashera, many festivals we are having. So this festival can be used by the marketers, and they are used by the marketers to design their distribution channel and to buy the product and services also. Because normal customers generally connect to this type of festivals. In generally rural household, they depend on the Ayurvedic kind of product or homemade remedies, where urban market is more inclined toward this English medicines. So if you go through this, various decisions are there. We have subcultures also. What are subcultures? Subcultures is a subset of the cultures which is generally characterized by on the basis of different parameters like religion. We practice, we enjoy on the basis of religion. We have different religion, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai. We have different religion. Every religion has their own values, traditions. So you can't sell the same product to the different religions until unless it is not going to harm their values and traditions. region wise, language wise, caste wise, community wise. So see how these subcultures on these parameters is divided. So again, one can understand that we have to, our marketer has to understand this, how language could be the barrier. If something goes wrong, the whole product is going to be on this decline phase. There are n number of examples where they had not undertaken this cultural aspect and their product has been declined in a very significant manner. We will discuss. So this subculture include what people eat, wear, celebrate and buy, and it is divided on the basis of religion, region, language, caste and barriers. Religion subcultures means geographical. For example, say a person who is coming from Rajasthan, they generally used to wear bright colored turbans, ghagras, mud houses, live in mud houses, and they generally used to go for this bajra rotis and garlic chutneys. But it is not same in other state also. So, what should be the consumer preference? Camel cars, traditional handicrafts, silver jewelry. So, they can be, the product can be designed as per their regional priorities. In this West Bengal type, they are generally goes into this honey bee collections, fishing in this mangroves. They worship Bombay bees. So, what should be the impact on consumer behavior? Demand from this wooden boat, fishing nets and honey harvesting tools should be there. Simple cotton sarees they generally focus on, and fish based diet and locally grown rice variety should be there. So I mean to say that you should design on the basis of reason. Religious based subcultures, as I told you, different religion, different values, different customs. Not the same product should have the same values. So the marketer has to undertake that what religion, what tradition is their product is all about. This Tamil Nadu, if they are a person from Tamil Nadu, they worship this Murugan communities and they go for the devotee carry for Kavadi, an act of devotions. So their demand for this turmeric, kummu, coconut, brass, puja items are very rich. And in this Hindu mythology, we all celebrate this Navratri as Navratri is going on. See, so nothing should be designed or catered which is going to affect this Hindu mythologies. Cultural occupations, on the basis of culture, the individual from Rajasthan purchase more handling fabrics and embroideries materials as compared to the other states also. This Punjab people, they are more agricultural contests. Farmers in Punjab celebrate Lohri. They are very related with this. The high preference for the tractors, organic fertilizers, traditionally farming tools and seed and pesticide are going to be very, very important. So marketers should take into this consideration. The third one is social class. In this cultural category, third one is social class. Now this India is divided into different classes. On the basis of income, take this. Everybody has different incomes. We have below poverty line individuals, we have middle class, we have higher class. So, not all the product is designed to cater all the class people. You can't sell BMW, Mercedes to this below poverty line individual, do you? No. We can't sell a normal product to the higher class. Their design is, their acceptance of the products is very different. I mean to say that marketers should also take this social class into consideration while designing this product. As I given this example, lower class, which comes to this, which income level is very less. So what they need basic kind of thing, which is important for their survivals. They will not demand for BMW, they will not demand for high costly products. Same way, middle class people, like government people, like who has income is okay, satisfactory. They can go for the median products. So we have to decide this. Higher class people, upper class, those who come in this premium class, They have the higher financial powers, they have good amount of income so that they can afford every kind of product that is going to fulfill for their life. Like we have go for John Deere or Mahindra high class tractors. Not every farmer can afford this. So we are going to decide this, what is the social class of our customers. I have taken one example. If you see this figure of culture, there is one example of Kent RO controversial advertisement which happened in 2020. They have not taken this cultural aspect into account and they got this failed about this product and services. Kent RO, which is known for this water purifiers. So what they said? They released an advertisement promoting the Atta floor maker. They are in this water purifier business, but they are just diving into this Atta floor makers, and they ad show that the made hand are unhygienic. The person who is something very low in this income, the maid who work for the different families, their hand are very unhygienic. They are portraying that all this maid who are working, they are unhygienic. This harm the sentiment of those lower class people, which is not accepted by the customers. So why did it fail? The ad insulted domestic workers. Okay, they are also individuals. They can be also be good. So you can't humiliate, you can't insult any kind of so people who is residing in the society. So they have decided and they have to withdraw that this product from the market. So this shows that how culture become very important. Second factor in this is social factor. Social factor is very important because as an individual, we are all social animals. We need society. We need people to live together. So this factor refers to society and social group who exert an individual behavior, attitude and decision. Consider this, how your brother help you in buying up any product, how father help you in buying any product, how mother contribute in purchasing decision, how your sister contribute in making decision, how your this friend help in your making decision. This all will just goes into this social aspect. There are three types: reference group, family and social role and status. Reference group. There are some group generally we refer before going for this buying behavior. For example, I have to buy your shoes. Take into the account that to whom you are going to consider. Your brother is very close to you. You go and just ask him, I have to buy your shoes, please recommend me on the basis of whatever your experience, that which product should I buy. He has the individual who is the buyer, he has something inside his mind, but again he has referred to his brother because he trusts him and make a decision. So there are some reference group. There is family which is very close enough. And there is some social roles. You have some role playing in the society. You have some status in the society. According to that also your consumer buying behavior is also influenced. So this reference group is generally categorized into two groups, primary group and secondary group. Primary group are more personal, secondary group are, it is not so personal. Primary group generally we have families, we have very close friends, and in this secondary group generally we have some clubs or you can say that neighbors generally you get along with. This family group generally compromises, if this is a slide, family group generally you go through friend, family members, relative, co-workers. So these are some members who are going to affect your purchasing decision. Mind it, take this account, how your brother, as I told you, how your brother is going to be very important. How your co-workers is going to be very important. How your relative is going to be very important. So there is frequent and direct interaction, there is strong emotional ties, there is personal influence on behavior and decision also. There is secondary group, which is Can be they are not so personal, they are larger, but yes, they influence this consumer buying behavior. Generally, it happens in a less frequent manner, but it happened in this society. Larger and more impersonal, indirect influence on behavior, and occasionally or limited interaction is also there. Like social media influences. Today, we are all bonded by social media influencers. We generally get inspired by that. Club and society, generally we are connected with. We listen to them while going for this purchasing. So what should be the marketing strategy for this social class? Yes, we have to administer all this kind of people who generally affecting the buyer behavior. Like this family, like this friends, like this secondary groups, primary groups, that is going to help us. Third is role and status in the society. For example, I have some status in my society. I will work like that only. I am a pradhan of the village. My status is something in the village. So my purchasing decision will be something different as compared to the farmer who is marginalized in this income level. So you can't sell every product to everyone. So you have to, a marketer have to design that product in contest with this, how the status and role of the individual is also there in this society. You can't sell 50 lakh tractor to this marginalized farmer. You can sell to this, you can say that pradhan, or you can say that the main chief of the village. So village leaders and wealthy farmer buy premium product. I told you this example. They can go for this. You can just cater them. Teacher and government have these different techniques, different choices, you can say. So marketing strategy on the basis of that is a brand should understand the social hierarchy and position their product accordingly. That is very important. You have to position your product as per the social hierarchy of the buyer. Third one in this category is a personal factors. Now personal factors we can understand, these are those factors which is generally inbuilt within the individual. My personal factors. Generally it is generally divided into 5 categories: age and life cycle, occupation of the individual, in economic situation of the individual, lifestyle, and personal and social self-concept. If you see this 5 points, age and life cycle. Okay, how is this age and life cycle is connected? Just I will draw a diagram. See this diagram. Some is x-axis, some is y-axis, and there is growth, or you can say that sales, and one on this x-axis there is time in year. See, it is shown like this. This is also known as product life cycle. A product has a life cycle like human has a life cycle. And if you imagine, we all have a life cycle. We start from, you can say that, introduction, or we can say that in the human life cycle we take birth. And in the case of product, the product is also taking birth in a form of introduction. Then the product goes to the growth stage. Then third is maturity stage. And the fourth is decline stage. See this. You compare this with the age. At the introduction age, when the child borns, their kind of nourishment, their kind of carings is become very different. We can't cater all type of product to that particular stage. But when this child get this 10-year-old or 15-year-old, same nourishment got changed, same upbringing got changed, environment got changed. And when he reached to the stage of maturity, their need and demand become very different. And that the same person, when he goes to the decline stage, when we are going through this 50s, 60s, 70s, their requirement in kind of food, in kind of health become very different. So I mean to say that by this is that with the marketer has to cater or design this product and category, this product and services as per the stages of the life cycle. Introduction will be something different, growth will be something different. The strategies for every stages will be different. So for example, say this, children and teenagers, they generally want chocolate, soft drink, whatever. So their demand is something different. Young adults, they generally focus on different things, motorcycles, smartphones. Middle-aged adults, 30 to 50 years, their choices become very different. Insurance, health, and this elderly people, they totally depend on the religious and health kind of conditions. So it becomes very important. Occupations, in which occupation you are in, that is the main source of income. So your income will decide that which kind of product you are going to buy. A person who is earning 10,000, his need and demand is totally different as compared to the person who is earning to 2 lakhs per, you can say that month. So the marketer has to see that what is the occupation, what is the financial condition of the individual, so that they can cater the same amount of products to this profile. Economic condition, I talked about this financial, this financial condition. How much income you are earning in a month or in a year, that is also going to decide your purchasing decision. The lifestyle. What is the lifestyle? The way of living. Everybody has their own lifestyle. I have my own lifestyle. I am more kind of healthy person. I am more kind of lazy person. I am more kind of adventurous person. So lifestyle is, if you see this slide, lifestyle is an individual state in the society, and it is proposed by Austrian psychologist Alfred Adler in 1929. So this lifestyle is also going to be important for the marketer, that how the person or buyer is having this lifestyle. If you see this, traditional lifestyle, like the rural farmer generally go for traditional lifestyle, they generally prefer locally made or culturally relevant product as compared to the modern lifestyle consumers. Like urban market, they are morely modern type. They are aware of lot of informations, so it become very important. And healthy conscious consumers, modern lifestyle, they are all going to be very important. The fifth one is the personality and the self-concept. What is personality? Personality is a mirror of the individual, you can say that. Everybody has his own personality. So this is unique psychological trait that influence buying decision. And self-concept is how a person perceives themselves and their social status. Something that is inbuilt, something that is individual is carrying, that is personality and self-concept. And this personality is generally divided into 5 personality traits is defined, that is sincerity, excitement, competence, sophistication and ruggedness. See, this type of personality trait is there. If a person is sincere, it means he is down to earth, honest and wholesome or cheerful. So brand should be very sincere. For this category of people, the brand should be very sincere. For example, take example of Amul and Amul product. They cater themselves that they are very, very quality wise, very, very sincere wise, they are very honest and they are very wholesome to catering this society. So the person who is very sincere, he is going to correlate with this product and ultimately result in buying that product. Competent, the person who is reliable, intelligent and successful. For example, for some person, I have to take this life insurance. So he will go for reliability, which brand is going to be very reliable. It comes to my mind, LIC, Life Insurance of India. Maybe for another one, anything else. So this also becomes very important. Sophistication, it means the person who is generally in the premium class, upper class, charming, their need and want become very different. They can afford it. You can sell this BMW car, you can sell this Porsche car to that particular customers. So Toyota, Mahindra, Scorpio, Raymond and Maimar, I mean to say that we had to classify design our product and services as per the personality of the individual. Ruggedness, who is very tough, who is outdoorsy, who is very adventurous. So in this case, take example. Today, every individual is using this Royal Enfield. Why? They are just considering themselves that we are, yes, very powerful, we are very huge, as the Royal Enfield has portrayed his product to be very tough, very strong, very rough. So that's why this customer need those type of products. So I mean to say that this personality and self-concept become very important while designing the product and the services. The last one in this category, today's factors, we are going to discuss is psychological factors. We will go one by one, but not I am going to discuss in detail because I will discuss in this next class psychological factor. So what is psychology? Psychology is all those things which is going inside a consumer mind or individual mind. It is generally intangible, which we can't see. It is going into this black box, mind black box, which is known as consumer mind. So generally it is divided into 4 categories: motivation, perception, learning, belief and attitude. So if a person is buying some product, what motivates him to buy the product? If I buy shoes, if I drink water, what motivates to drink me water? Because I am feeling thirsty. This is the motivation. If I am not feeling thirsty, I will not going to drink water. Do we? No. There should be some motivation that we are going to carry and we are going to buy it. And this motivation should be created by the marketer. Motivation can be internal, motivation can be external. I will discuss in this next lecture. But understand that motivation is nothing else. It is something that urges you from inside to take action against any product and the services. Why I need this product? I am highly motivated because I need a laptop to go for my work. So this becomes very important. This motivation is the internal drive that compels the person to satisfy this need, nothing else. It is driving force within you. Every individual has a motivation. Until unless don't, he or she is not going to buy the product. We will discuss in this next class about this Maslow hierarchy need theory that is related with this motivation. I will just skip it. What is perception? Second one. Perception is an individual interpretation and understanding information about the product and services. How you perceive things. It is very important to build an attitude. The first thing what we see, we perceive something. Is the price is good? Is the product is good? Is the place is good? Then we are going to move ahead. So people buying depend on how the individual perceive on the basis of quality, price and usefulness. Brand perception. For example, say take this example of Tata Namak. Whenever a person think of salt, the first thing come into mind is Tata Namak. So they have built a perception that is this product is going to be very reliable, very effective in the case of this food. Price perceptions. Price is going to be good or not. Advertisement as influence. Word of mouth. Word of mouth means if I believe my mother, yes, what she says, I will follow him. So this is going to be very important. Third is learning and experience. See, learning is an ongoing process. Learning is an ongoing process. We learn every day. So do we learn from our experience? If I buy a product and that product is not satisfactory, do I repeat the purchase? No. I have learned from my experience, I have learned from my past that this product is not good as compared to the others and I just did this wrong decision while buying this product and services. So the learning and experience is also very important for the marketer. They have to build a good experience, past experience, so that they can retain their customer for a longer period of a time. Knowledge, skill and attitude. This is going to be very important. Type of learning, classical learning, operant learning, cognitive learning, observational. See, classical learning is generally associated with the positive emotions or when you feel happy about this familiar brand. It is generally related with the stimulus and response. If I told you, I want salt, my first thing, Tata salt. I have a positive feeling. There is operant conditioning where there is reward and punishment, loyalty program encouraging repeat purchase. There is a connection between reward and punishment. There is cognitive learning. Individual go through this cognition that logical reasoning, thinking, problem solving. They go through these steps as I told you in this previous class. And observation learning, we observe things then take decision. So learning by watching others. So this type of learning in consumer behavior become very important. Last one in this today's lecture is belief and attitude. What is belief? A person think to be true, think about something that is true is going to be the belief. A belief is what a person think to be true. I believe that by using organic fertilizers, my crop productivity will be going to improve. This is the belief. The belief should be maintained by the product and the services. And what should be the attitude? Attitude is a personal overall feeling. Either attitude can be positive and negative. It will depend on the various aspects, your experience about the product. I use this product. My attitude toward this product is good because my past experience is good. Maybe negative because my past experience is going to be negative. The villager has a positive attitude about Patanjali product because they trust Ayurveda and natural ingredient. So the marketer has to focus on this attitude also. So on this conclusion for this today lectures, these 4 factors, that is social, personal, psychological, cultural, has to be undertaken by these marketers because this surrounded the customers while going for this purchasing decision. Today's activity question is related with this. Think about the last item you bought. What influenced you, your whether family, friends, or any personal preference while going for this product. There are 4 questions. Please go through it. It is connected with this today lectures. You will find useful for this today class. So by this, I end my lecture today and hope that you learned from this class about these different factors that is affecting consumer buying behavior. Thank you.